Hear me out, because you may be interested to want to know what a guy like me, which you may already know to be mostly into superhero movies and TV shows, animated, crazy sci-fi and action and stuff like that, what I would think of a movie like this. And some of you may be thinking, well, what is this movie? Well, guess what? You're in for a treat, because I like this movie more than I thought I was going to. It was better than what I thought it was going to be. So here's my quick spoiler-free review of the movie Coup with an exclamation mark. Before I give you my thoughts, here's a quick basic understanding of what this movie's like and about, and that it takes place in the early 1900s of a flu breaking out, and then things get shut down and people gotta stay isolated, which a mysterious gifter appears on an isolated seaside estate claiming to be a wealthy family's new chef. Oh, claiming to be. When a plague descends on the island, the mischievous cook rouses his fellow staff to rebel and take over the mansion. Oh, that should be fun. The servant becomes a master in this devious class war comedy starring Peter Sarsgaard, the guy in white, which you may already know like I did, from the Batman, Dope Stick, and even Billy Magnuson, which is the guy in the glass cover, which you may know from Roadhouse, No Time to Die. Now, I'm not gonna lie, even though I'm not into movies that are like this, it was good. This movie gives off that, chill, relaxed vibe where you can sit back and enjoy the movie, but also gives you enough tension to be interested in what's happening. The story was good, even though this movie barely had any action or anything crazy to happen to really grab your attention. The story was good where even if you don't even think it was that good, I think the acting was great and what carried it. Peter, who plays Floyd, this mischievous cook we brought up earlier, does a great job playing a guy who's portrays himself as nice, but he's not that nice. Even though I would say the first half of the movie, the motives aren't the most clear, but as you learn and as the movie goes on, you kind of understand, and then you're like, I don't know who I really want to root for. And the second half of this movie definitely picks up the pace better. Also, these two did a great job acting, especially Billy, man, his character and what he goes through, you can really feel it and understand. Even the side characters in this movie, despite what their screen time was like or not, I think served their purpose nicely. The movie is 1 hour and 38 minutes long, and the pacing was smooth. And like I said, the story and plot I think was good. I mean, there were a couple things I guess that aren't too clear, but it was the acting that made it better. The description I read earlier about this movie being a comedy, now I wouldn't say this movie's a comedy in terms of you're laughing throughout the whole movie, but it does have its moments here and there where, you could giggle or smile and be like, ha. The quality and camera work, I would say, was on point, and that this movie gives you that, it was put together nicely. I believe it's time to rate the movie. Now, I can't rate it in a way where, like, because I'm not really interested in these kind of style movies, that it's not as good. I gotta rate this in a way where, just as a movie as a whole, and how well it was made and everything, and I'll give this movie a nice 7.7, if anything, an 8 out of 10. Coming from a guy who wants to see Superman in action every single day, I think that's pretty good. Shout out and thank you to John from Pixel Scene Media for allowing me to have the chance to watch this movie early, which it releases on August 2nd, which is tomorrow, so be ready. And if you plan to watch this movie, I hope you enjoy it.